Hello! Welcome to the Tiresias Twins YouTube channel. For all things puzzle and quiz related, I hope you enjoy the SYTYKA quiz. SYTYKA stands for So You Think You Know About. The quizzes will cover one of 10 categories, and each quiz will be on a specific topic within that category. The categories are history, sport, music, science, film, literature, television, my worst subject, geography, nature, and finally, art. The category for this SYTYKA quiz is sport. Please keep a note of the SYTYKA quiz number at the top left-hand corner of this video, and of course your score. So, you think you know about the Olympic Games? Here we go, and the best of luck to you. Question 1. Which city hosted the 1968 Summer Olympic Games? Was it A. Rome, B. Tokyo, C. Munich, or D. Mexico City? Your 6 seconds thinking time starts now. And the answer is D. Mexico City. The Rome Olympics took place in 1960. Tokyo hosted the Games in 1964. It would again for the 32nd Olympiad. Munich was the host city in 1972. Question 2. The 21st Olympiad. Montreal in 1976 played host to the first man to win both the 400 metres and 800 metres at the same Olympics. Who was he? Was he A. Steve Ovett, B. Alberto Wantarina, C. Fred Newhouse, or D. David Jenkins? Your 6 seconds thinking time starts now. And the answer is B. Alberto Wantarina of Cuba. The tall, 6'3" Alberto Wantarina had a long, rangy running style. Nicknamed El Caballo, the horse, he seemed to only need one stride to everybody else's two. In both 1976 and 1977, he was chosen as the Track and Field News' Athlete of the Year. In the 1976 finals, he broke the world record in the 800 metres and recorded the fastest ever low-altitude time in the 400 metres. Injuries and political boycotts throughout the next 8 years prevented him from achieving even more. He retired from racing in 1984. Fred Newhouse of the USA won the silver medal behind Wantarina in the 400 metres. David Jenkins was a sprint specialist who finished 7th in the 1976 400 metres final. Steve Ovett was a middle distance runner. He finished 5th in the 800 metres final in Montreal. He would go on to win 800 metre gold at the 1980 Moscow Olympics. Question 3. The 25th Olympiad. Which athlete won the women's 1500 metres at the Barcelona Olympics? Was she A. Maria Matola of Mozambique, B. Doina Melinti of Romania, C. Hasiba Bulmerka of Algeria, or D. Gabriela Szabo of Romania? Your 6 seconds thinking time starts now. And the answer is C. Hasiba Bulmerka from Algeria. Despite being one of Algeria's finest ever athletes and having taken gold in the 1500 metres at the 1991 Tokyo World Championships, Bulmerka received death threats. Religious groups in Algeria thought she showed too much of her body when racing. She was forced to train in Europe for her own safety. Notwithstanding the undoubted disruption, she still managed to win gold in Barcelona. It was Algeria's first gold medal at any Olympic Games. Doina Melinti competed in 4 Olympics from 1980 until 1992. She won gold in the 800 metres and silver in the 1500 metres at the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics. She was in the final of the 1500 metres in Barcelona but did not finish. Maria Matola is perhaps one of Mozambique's greatest ever athletes. She was primarily an 800 metres runner. She did take part in the 1500 metres in Barcelona, finishing 9th. She was involved in 6 Olympic Games from 1988 to 2008, winning gold in the 800 metres in 2000 at Sydney. Gabriela Szabo's first Olympic Games was actually in 1996 in Atlanta. She preferred the longer distances but still took part in the 1500 metres in Atlanta, finishing 2nd behind Russia's Svetlana Mastakova. By the time the Sydney Olympics came around, she was perhaps at her peak. She won the bronze medal in the 1500 metres and gold in the 5000 metres. Question 4. the 11th Olympiad. As we all know, Jesse Owens won 4 gold medals at the Berlin Olympics, but which athlete won the silver in the 100 metres? Was it A. Frank Wyckoff of the USA, B. Luz Long of Germany, C. Tinus Ozendarp of the Netherlands, or D. Ralph Metcalfe of the USA? Your 6 seconds thinking time starts now. And the answer is D. Ralph Metcalfe of the USA. Metcalfe placed second at 2 Olympics. Initially in 1932 in Los Angeles, where the gold medal was taken by his teammate Eddie Tolan, nicknamed Midnight Express. Sophisticated timing systems were not available in 1932, with Metcalfe, and many observers as well as film evidence of the day, convinced the result should have been a tie. The Amateur Athletics Union, AAU, which governed the sport of track and field in the USA until 1979, altered their rules governing the end of a 100-metre race so that an athlete must cross the line first, not just brush the tape first. The AAU went further and awarded the race a tie, but International Olympic Committee, the IOC, has never agreed to this change. The 1936 result was very close, but the result was never contested. In 1955, Metcalfe pursued a political career, representing the South Side of Chicago. He was a co-founder of the Congressional Black Caucus, CBC, in 1971. The photograph shows the American sprint team aboard the SS Manhattan as the US Olympic team sailed for Germany in 1936. Ralph Metcalfe is centre, with Jesse Owens on the left of the picture and Frank Wyckoff on the right. Tinus Ozendarp from the Netherlands took the bronze medal in the 100 metres final. Frank Wyckoff of the USA finished 4th, narrowly missing out on a USA 1-2-3. Luz Long of Germany was a long jump specialist. He took the silver medal behind Owens in that event. Question 5 on the 33rd Olympiad. Which country won the men's football final at the Paris 2024 Olympics? Was it A. France, B. Egypt, C. Morocco, or D. Spain? Your 6 seconds thinking time starts now. And the answer is D. Spain. Spain beat France 5-3 after extra time, completing the double of Olympic gold and UEFA European champions in the same year. The last country to do this was France in 1984. Morocco took the bronze medal, beating Egypt 6-0 in the third place playoff. Question 6, the 9th Olympiad, Amsterdam 1928. There were a number of firsts at the Amsterdam Olympics, among them the first running of the 100 metres for women. Who won the gold medal? Was it A. Bobby Rosenfeld for Canada, B. Betty Robinson from the USA, C. Ethel Smith from Canada, or D. Mary Washburn from the USA? Your 6 seconds thinking time starts now. They were all great athletes of their day, but the answer is B. Betty Robinson of the USA. Betty was only 16 years old when she won the Olympic title, beating the 2 Canadians into 2nd and 3rd place. In June 1931, Robinson was involved in a near-fatal plane crash. The doctors proclaimed she had suffered severe multiple injuries and would never race again. She was initially wheelchair-bound. Indeed, it was 2 years before she could walk normally again. Obviously, Betty missed the 1932 Olympics in Los Angeles, but her recovery was such that she made the relay team for the 4x100 metres in Berlin 1936. Betty could not take part in the individual event as the fractures and surgeries on her left leg prevented her from being able to kneel for a normal 100-metre start, but taking the baton on the third leg of the relay was achievable. The USA won the 1936 women's 4x100 metres relay, and Betty had her 2nd Olympic gold medal. Surely, with that story, there must be a Hollywood blockbuster in there somewhere. Both Mary Washburn and Elder Cartwright of the USA made it through the heats to the semi-final stage, but did not progress to the final. Question 7, the 16th Olympiad. Henri Saint-Cyr from Sweden and his horse Julie won gold at the 16th Olympiad in the individual dressage event. However, he received his medal in Stockholm. Why? Was it A. The original winner was stripped of their medal after allegations of animal cruelty were upheld? B. Originally there were tied winners of the gold medal, but the organisers only had 1 gold medal for that event? C. Equestrian events had to take place in Sweden because of Australia's strict quarantine laws. Or D. His original medal was stolen, so the Swedish government had a duplicate made. Your 6 seconds thinking time starts now. And the answer is C. Equestrian events took place in Sweden because of Australia's strict quarantine laws. In 1956, Australia's quarantine laws required a strict 6 months pre-shipment quarantine on all horses. For the 2000 Olympics in Sydney, the equestrian events were permitted. However, competitors' horses were subject to a 2-week pre-flight quarantine, followed by a further 2 weeks isolation once they touched down in Sydney, obviously with constant monitoring. Question 8. Andre Agassi won individual gold at the Atlanta Olympics. In so doing, it paved the way for him to be the first man to complete the individual career Golden Slam. But at what tournament did he finally achieve this? Was it A. the French Open, B. the Australian Open, C. the US Open, or D. Wimbledon? Your 6 seconds thinking time starts now. And the answer is A. the French Open in 1999. Whilst a career Golden Slam and being the first male to do it is a fantastic feat, and Andre should feel justifiably proud of his achievement, it doesn't give him bragging rights in his own house. His wife, Steffi Graf, completed her Golden Slam 11 years earlier. Indeed, Steffi is the only tennis player to achieve the Golden Slam in the same year, 1988. There are only 5 players in history that have achieved the individual Golden Slam. Serena Williams is the only tennis player to achieve both the individual and doubles Golden Slam. Question 9. Who was the first man since Paavo Nurmi in 1924 to win both the 1500 metres and 5000 metres at the same Olympics, a feat he achieved in Athens in 2004? Was it A. Kenenisa Bekele, B. Hicham El Guerrouj, C. Bernard Lagat, or D. Eliud Kipchoge? Your 6 seconds thinking time starts now. And the answer is B. Hicham El Guerrouj of Morocco. El Guerrouj is regarded as one of the greatest athletes of the modern era, having won the World Athlete of the Year 3 times. Alongside his Olympic triumphs, El Guerrouj also won 4 consecutive world titles at the IAAF World Championships in 1997, 1999, 2001 and 2003. In July 1998, El Guerrouj ran at the Golden Gala event in Rome. His time for the 1500 metres was 3 minutes 26 seconds dead, taking more than a second off the old world record. The following year, at the same games, he competed in the mile and again broke the world record. Both world records still stand more than a quarter of a century later. Having achieved everything in the sport, and due to injuries from many years of high-intensity training, El Guerrouj didn't compete internationally after the Athens Olympics. He announced his official retirement in 2006. Kenenisa Bekele was primarily a long-distance runner, taking part in the 5,000 and 10,000 metres for Ethiopia. He took silver behind El Guerrouj in the 5,000 metres, but won gold at 10,000 metres. In 2008 in Beijing, he won gold in both events. Bernard Lagat competed for Kenya in the 2004 Olympics, but took US citizenship in 2005. He was primarily a 1500 metre runner, taking silver in Athens and bronze in Sydney in 2000. Eliud Kipchoge took bronze at 5,000 metres in Athens and silver in Beijing. He switched to the marathon and won gold in Rio in 2016 and in Tokyo the following Olympics. Question 10. On the 31st Olympiad, Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. The final of the women's 100 metres hurdles yielded a clean sweep for the USA. Of the 4 US athletes below, who did not medal? Was it A. Nia Ali, B. Kendra Harrison, C. Brianna Rollins, or D. Christy Caslin? Your 6 seconds thinking time starts now. And the answer is B. Kendra Harrison. Despite being world number 1, Kendra only placed 6th in the US trials. She stumbled on a hurdle. This meant she wasn't selected for that discipline. Just before the Olympics, she took part in the London Anniversary Games and broke the 28-year-old world record for the women's 100 metres hurdles. She was selected for the Tokyo Olympics and finally got her Olympic medal, a well-deserved silver. In an incredibly strong USA team, Brianna Rollins took gold. Nia Ali came second, and Christy Caslin took bronze. Question 11. The fourth Olympic Games were originally going to be held in Rome, Italy, but why were they moved? Is the answer A. Other countries withdrew in protest of the Tripolitanian War. B. Troops fired on students, killing many, who were protesting against the cost of the Olympics. C. Mount Vesuvius erupted. Or D. Widespread strikes throughout Italy meant the stadia could not be built in time. Your 6 seconds thinking time starts now. And the answer is C. Mount Vesuvius erupted on the 5th of April 1906, killing more than 100 people and causing a great deal of damage to Naples and the surrounding area. The Italian government had to divert funds and resources originally intended for the Olympic Games into the rebuilding of the areas devastated by the eruption. The Tripolitanian War, also known as the War of Libya, hence Tripoli I guess, occurred between Italy and the Ottoman Empire in 1911-1912, thought by some to be one of the number of factors leading to the start of the First World War. Troops firing on protesting students occurred just before the 1968 Mexico Olympics. Question 12. Mascots have been a feature of many Olympics, anthropomorphised animals being used most often, but can you remember which game introduced us to Frigies, the anthropomorphised cap or hat? Was it A. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil 2016, B. Sydney, Australia 2000, C. London, England 2012, or D. Paris, France 2024? Your 6 seconds thinking time starts now. And the answer is D. Paris, France 2024. The Phrygian cap is a symbol of French liberty. The Sydney 2000 Olympics had 3 mascots representing Olympics, Sydney and Millennium. Ollie, Sid and Millie were stylised cartoons of a kookaburra, platypus and echidna. The mascot of the Rio Games was Vinicius, a cartoon creature representing Brazilian fauna with elements of cats, monkeys and birds. Wenlock was the London 2012 mascot, named after Much Wenlock in Shropshire, where in 1850 the Wenlock Olympic Society held its first Olympian Games, regarded as an inspiration for the modern Olympic Games. Question 13. The 1972 Olympics in Munich, Germany, were marred by terrorism, but there was also judicial controversy with the IAAF banning a piece of kit 2 days before the event was due to start. What event was disrupted by this ban? Was it A. the pole vault, B. the high jump, C. the javelin, or D. the discus? Your 6 seconds thinking time starts now. And the answer is A. the pole vault. The catapole was favoured by defending champion Bob Seagren of the USA and his main rival Sweden's Kjell Isaksson. The USA had never been beaten in the event throughout the whole of the modern Olympics. On the 25th of July 1972, 1 month before the start of the Olympics, the pole was declared illegal by the IAAF on the basis of the pole containing carbon fibres. After a protest and demonstration that the pole did not contain carbon fibres, the ban was lifted on the 27th of August, the day after the start of the Olympics and 5 days before the pole vault competition was due to start. 3 days later, the ban was reimposed and all catapoles were confiscated. Bob Seagren couldn't get used to a pole he had not trained with for any length of time and failed to retain his Olympic title, although despite the hindrance of an unfamiliar pole, he took the silver medal. Wolfgang Nordwig of East Germany, who didn't use a catapole, won the gold. Question 14. The games of the 32nd Olympiad were branded Tokyo 2020, but when did the opening ceremony take place? Was it A. the 24th of July 2020, B. the 9th of August 2020, C. the 23rd of July 2021, or D. the 8th of August 2021? Your 6 seconds thinking time starts now. And the answer is C. The 23rd of July 2021. The delay was the result of the coronavirus. The original date for the opening ceremony was the 24th of July 2020, with the closing date originally scheduled for the 9th of August 2020. The 8th of August 2021 was the date of the closing ceremony. Final question. Question 15. Where are the 2032 Summer Olympics due to be held? Is the answer A. Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, B. New Delhi, India, C. Buenos Aires, Argentina, or D. Brisbane, Australia? Your final 6 seconds thinking time starts now. And the answer is D. Brisbane, Australia. The International Olympic Committee, the IOC, nominated Brisbane as its preferred candidate on the 24th of February 2021. The bid was approved at the 138th IOC session held in Tokyo on the 21st of July 2021. It will be the third occasion that Australia has held the Olympics, following on from Melbourne in 1956 and Sydney in 2000. Well, that's it. Thank you for playing this SYTYKA quiz. I hope you enjoyed it and found some of the answers, and indeed the explanations of the incorrect options, at least quite interesting. Don't forget to keep a note of your score and, of course, the quiz number. This was quiz Y2001. This SYTYKA quiz is rated 1.0 on the Tiresias scale. I hope you enjoyed playing it, and indeed it added to your knowledge of the greatest show on earth, the Olympics. You may want to know, how am I doing with the SYTYKA quiz against others? Well, you can find out by following this simple process. It's also given in the description under this YouTube video. Number 1. Please subscribe to the channel. Number 2. In order to register your name, click on the register link in the description. You only have to do this once. Number 3. Register a unique name for yourself. Please, nothing rude or offensive to others. Number 4. Receive an email back confirming your quizzing name and allocating you a unique Tiresias Twins number. Number 5. Use your registered name and Tiresias number on the score input form in the description. You can also record the quiz completed and your score. As you complete more of the quizzes, you can see your average and ranking against others. The next sports-based SYTYKA quiz will be on Formula 1. Hit the notification bell to be alerted as soon as it's posted.